So Alicia and I, we met about 23 years ago up in Manhattan. We were both in college, and we ended up dating for a couple of years until we got married. So we got married, moved to Wichita, and started jobs, including the honeymoon, all in the same month. So it was a busy month. Fast forward a few years, and we adopted our oldest son, and then we had three biological sons as well, so 4 boys. We began coming to Pathway Church. It was Westlake Christian Church at the time, roughly about 20 years ago. Alicia got probably started with church involvement the first in the children's ministry, and then we ended up joining a small group and kind of trickled our way through several small groups over the years. We started giving to Pathway, I would probably pretty close to when we started attending roughly 20 years ago. Maybe not as regular as we are now. And then last year, tragedy struck our family, and wife passed away. And so now I find myself as a single father of 4 boys, and just a very busy life all the time. So when she passed away, the church was one of the first that we really reached out to. I mean, that morning it was multiple staff over at our home that morning. I would say if we go back just to right after we lost my wife, not only the people that just surrounded us, but just the financial impact, financial blessing, I should say, that came with that. I mean, the people donated so much money and just like for education for the boys going forward, and gift cards that they gave, and meals. I knew that, my financial dependence upon God was going to be so much greater, and so I knew one of the first things I knew I had to do was get my finances right with God. And so that's when I really stepped up and decided, you know what, we've been giving for a lot of years, but I wanted to really stretch that into a tithe and truly tithe off my income to the church. It's my turn now to give back and to bless others with that as well. Give One to me is about giving back to the community. This year's Give One, I'm really planning on giving in memory of Alicia, just because she had a heart just for the community, especially underserved children. When the kids would have been done and moved out of the house, her plan wasn't to go back to work. It was to be a court advocate for children and being a volunteer for that. And so my way of blessing that and furthering her wishes is to give back through Give One that blesses the community.